Hey everybody, it's Jay from Ship Me Some Stuff. I wanted to make a video today about something that I think is quite important and is fun, and it really should help you with your sales. And this is what I would call drama photography or a drama photo. I feel that every listing should have one photograph that's dramatic, and preferably use that one as the main photograph. It depends on the item. Not everything is going to want this. And some people might that have a lot of experience selling might say, hey, you're full of crap. That's not true. Just make a straight listing with a straight photograph and be done with it. And they may have something. I don't know, but I do know that from my years of experience in sales and marketing, um, that it really, really helps to do whatever you can to get people over the hump to make a purchase on something that they want. Now, clearly, if you're selling something online, on Amazon or eBay or wherever, like food or something, and people, hey, just made a sale. Gotta like that. Um, that's a sale too. Sweet. Okay. Anyway, I love when I get sidetracked trying to make a video and I'm making sales. But okay, so the thing is that people make purchases based on two reasons: for needs or wants. Okay, so clearly, if you need food or you need toilet paper or whatever it is, you go get it. Think about it. But then the other things in life are more based on wants. And a lot of the stuff like on eBay are wants. If you're buying, a Nintendo game or something, you don't need that game. You want it. I used to work in Boston. I lived in Boston for a few years, and when I was living there, I was working at a fine art gallery and selling original works of art. It started around $300 and went on up to $60,000, $70,000. Oil paintings and restrike etchings and lithographs, serigraphs, that kind of stuff. Wearing a suit and tie and all that stuff. People would come in and they'd go through the gallery and they'd find something and they loved it. Oh, I love that. And it was my job to get them to pull the trigger, to buy what they don't need, because they know they don't need it. But we would always sell them on quality of life. You want your quality of life to be better, So um, that was the thing, Why is it that people want it? It's because it's going to make their quality of life better. They're going to enjoy it. It's going to make them happy. All that stuff. So when it comes to photography, and I'm not really, by any stretch of the imagination, a professional photographer. I'm not. I just am looking at it from like a marketing perspective, from a sales perspective. You want to do one thing to get people to buy things that they want. You want to inspire them. And that's one of the things that I learned selling fine art was that you would inspire people. What we used to do is we used to do home shows. When someone would come into the gallery, they would find this piece and that piece and the three or four pieces that they really liked, but they couldn't get themselves to do it. So we would say, hey, why don't we set up a home show and we'll bring everything out to your place and you can see it in your own environment. And of course, they'd be thrilled. Oh, yeah. And so we'd bring these beautiful paintings out, and put them over their couch and they'd be like, oh, my God, they'd be blown away. So, and then they still couldn't pull the trigger. Then we go, no big deal. So we take it back off the wall and start putting it away. And now they see this big empty space, and now they're really inspired to buy it. They got to screw it, and they write a check. They give us the credit card or whatever. Inspiration. You got to inspire people to make purchases. It helps because how many people just watch? How many watchers do you get on certain items? So it really helps to create a photograph that has kind of a dramatic energy to it, as opposed to just a standard blah photograph. It's not going to inspire somebody. If someone's got the option to buy, 10 different things of the same item, on eBay, and they're going down there looking, if there's one of the listings that's priced fair and the photographs are great, they really look nice, and there's this photo just jumps at them and goes, wow, what's that? What is that? And it gets their attention. They open it up and they look at that photograph and it's lit real well and it's got a cool angle on it and stuff. They're going to be more interested in that listing than the other listings. They're going to be. Sure, some people are only about the dollar and they're going to go for the bottom line and that's it. Cool. But we're just trying to do whatever we can to make a sale however we can, right? And this helps. So I'm here looking at some of my sold items. This was a really cool Tommy Hilfiger shirt that I had, and it was dope. This thing was badass. It really was. It was so cool, and I didn't know it's got hip hop up here and thing. Anyway, when I first listed it, didn't have very good photographs. I had them hanging on a hanger and it didn't sell. And I came back and I took photographs again and tried to make some drama shots. You can see the one here. This is not really a drama shot. It's just a standard. This is your standard everyday type shot, straight on. You can see the picture, no nonsense. That's good. That's a good thing, you know. But it was this, you know, these photographs where you try to make it have a feeling. You see how it's got a look to it. You're looking up at the guy. You know, the guy psychologically maybe gets in the back of his head that he'd be looking up to me when I'm on stage doing hip hop wearing this Tommy Hilfiger shirt. You know, I even went as far to kind of go crazy on the angles, but this is I actually ended up I don't even remember. I guess it was this standard photograph that ended up being the main photograph when it sold. But you can see that these photos really, like if I click this and then open it up, it has a look to it. It really has. It makes you go, what's that? This next piece is another shirt, and it's not easy to get drama. It's not easy to get drama out of shirts, I can tell you. But this is another very cool shirt that I sold, and it had these just such cool flames, and I wanted to put the emphasis on those flames. Here's another kind of drama shot that I did. The second picture, where it's just kind of like a half shirt, kind of creates a feeling, And then of course there's the standard shot that everyone wants to see. You got to include those too. I'm not saying don't include the standard shots. Pardon my seam back here. I got to get that fixed. And then the back shirt, whatever. But you can see that this has, like I said, kind of like a feel to it. It presents an energy almost to it. And if someone's going through and looking at shirts, they're going to see these photographs, and it's going to get their attention. Another piece that I did. This was a lamp, a Corvette lamp. I shot a bunch of angles of this one. I really liked this particular angle. Thought this was kind of cool. And you can see it's got really good lighting, and I'm right on top of it, to try to make it just, I captured the logo in the background, the Corvette logo, and that was the main image. That sold real quick. I mean, that thing just was gone. That thing lasted, I think, 3 days. You can see I'm doing the obligatory shots, behind and all this kind of stuff. But I'm starting with a shot that's got some kind of dramatic effect. Here's a good example. This is a circus car. It's a train car. I bought a bunch of trains, and I was selling the car. It wasn't the animals. The animals are actually related to that car. I ended up selling the animals separately. But while I had the animals and I was going to sell that train car, I thought, hey, I'm going to use those animals to create a dramatic effect. And there was another person selling the same car, and he just had a picture laying like on his bed, and click, and it just didn't have any look. And I paid attention, and mine sold like that, and his was there for like 2 weeks. It works. I mean, people see, look at that. It looks interesting, doesn't it? I mean, it might, if somebody's really into trains and he's seen that car before, that train car, and he's like, yeah, I want that car, It just might inspire him just enough to say, I got to get this, man. I get the card out. Let's just do this. And I'll do a little PayPal, whatever. This is another cool photograph. I bought this lens at a garage sale that was completely picked over. I mean, it was totally picked over. There was like nothing left. There was 2 little lenses in these little cases, and they were just sitting on this table being ignored. And I walked up and I picked them up and I looked at them, and one was a Minolta, and I saw that it was made in Japan, and the other one was another, can't remember what it's called, but I got them both lenses for $5, and you can see I sold this one for $47. And this is, I think, a nice dramatic photograph, because, I mean, I looked at a lot of professional, high-quality, like I would go to Minolta, or I would go to Pentax, or I can't remember what websites, and try to look at photographs of lenses and how they were getting them. And I tried to mimic that, so you can see they got the lights in the background. And it just has this 3-dimensional feel to it. They get the glass going on, and you got the reflection in and the metal, and you can see made in Japan. It's cool, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of a cool photo, and that got a lot of attention real quick. I mean, that was, that one sold real fast. You see, I did the same thing here. Isn't that kind of a cool shot too? I just really feel photography is just critical to really make sure that you stand out. And you can see this thing was kind of beat up too. I mean, it had some wear. Um, Shipped it off to Japan. Someone in Japan bought it. Once again, another drama shot. And my favorite is this one here, this Newmark turntable that I bought. Look how cool this is. How do you get a dramatic shot of a turntable? And you look at what you do is you look at your item and what part of this item is interesting. What is the most interesting part of it? And I thought this, the needle area was the most interesting. So I wanted to kind of get a blur to the background, so I got the field going and kind of got on top of the needle and got the shot, and that got tons of attention. I mean, this was getting all kinds of views. It was a really cool piece. And then here's the standard shot. This is what the average person would probably put as the first photograph. And there was like 3 or 4 of them or 5 of them or something available when I sold it. So there was competition, but it was, yeah, mine sold quick. I don't know about the other ones. I wasn't paying that close attention. But see, every one of these shots, see how that's like a half photo of the thing. It's kind of a slice of the thing, slice of the turntable. And then the standard overview shots. And here's another one that I was going for, dramatic effect, because people don't need this stuff, but they want it. They want it, and when they see this, they're like, man, that thing's cool. That's you can see all the standard required shots. But when you give them something like this to drool on, they'll sit there for who knows how long and go, oh, I gotta have that. That looks really cool, and then they buy it, and they end up selling that locally. By the way, some guy saw it on Craigslist, contacted me, and he just happened to be in my area, so I met him locally. But, anyways, that's just the video I wanted to give you guys. Give you an idea of, the idea of taking drama shots, as I call them, for your listings, and I hope it helps. Good luck.